Okay, I'm filming the intro after the school event because I couldn't talk in the beginning. So, I'm Caitlin, high school student. Favorite color is blue. Fun fact about me, had surgery for an organ removal. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's my introduction. So, okay, I wish so bad I didn't go. It was horrible. Gosh, dude. Gosh. Okay. I hated it. It was genuinely, like, horrible. Like, it was horrible. Like, I also expected, like, so many new faces, you know? I expected so many new people. Not a single new person. Like, well, obviously, that's, like, an over-exaggeration. Like, there were quite a few new people. Like, quite a few. But, like, bro, it was horrible. And I looked the same as I did last year. Everyone looks different. Like, they did something to their hair. Everyone looks different. I can't dye my hair. I can't do crap. Everyone looks prettier somehow. Everyone got, like, so much prettier. And then all the new faces, all of them are gorgeous. Like, they're so pretty. And I love pretty people. So it's not even like I'm mad at them for being pretty. I'm just, like, I have, like, a deep envy rooted down in me that I'm like, dude, you know, like, I don't know. I'm just, like, I just know, like, not, like, I don't know. But if you, like, experience it, then you get it. If you know what I'm talking about, then you get it. But, like, the whole thing was stupid. And my whole schedule is wrong. I didn't ask for anything I got on my schedule. So, let me look at it, okay? So, today wasn't even, like, an actual school day, right? It was, like, an open house thing, but not our open house. We have an open house, like, in a few days or something. But this was, like, a pre-open house. So, anyway, I got mythology. That was not even in, like, we also have to give them, like, a few classes we would want if we don't get into the, like, classes we want, you know? I didn't pick mythology. That was nowhere on my list. I got mythology, my homeroom, all this, earth and space science, that's world studies. I'm mad about that. I was supposed to be in AP. I didn't get put in AP. I got put in art 1, which is photography, but in the distance learning room. I got put in a class for I'm in the distance learning room for art, and it's with seniors who failed art. I didn't put art either, by the way. That was not on my list. I was supposed to have Spanish and orchestra. And I have neither of those. And then I got PE, and then I got English. I was supposed to be in English honors, not English, not just English. I was supposed to be in English honors. And, this is probably not a big deal to other people, but this is a, huge deal for me because I, have advocated for myself. I've tried to advocate for myself since, 7th grade when teachers keep telling me I can't do certain, it's not even things like rules, right? It's not rules. It's, people, have always just had, expectations for me, but their expectations were, high but low at the same time. They were lower than what I could do, but they were really high in, certain aspects, if that makes sense. My teacher, 8th grade, right? I got kicked out of my advanced math. I was supposed to be in advanced math. I should not be taking the math class I'm in right now. I should be taking the grade above, right? But I'm redoing this math class that I took 7th grade or something. And it's because I didn't finish my mathia. How stupid is that? My state tests and stuff, my scores were exceeding standards. They were exceeding standards last year too. They exceeded standards 7th grade. They exceeded standards 6th grade. I've always been exceeding in math and in English, but I didn't get put in advanced math because I didn't finish my mathia by 5 workspaces. And I'm so mad about that. I didn't finish it in 7th grade, but that I'm so mad about that because that's just so stupid. So, and I tried to advocate for myself, but they kept telling me, well, we're not going to put you in it because we don't think you can do it. We don't think you can succeed in advanced math because if you are struggling to do the 5 leftover mathia workspaces, then you cannot succeed your high school years being in advanced math, or you can't succeed in 8th grade being taking high school classes because you just aren't mentally able to do that. Then how did I succeed every other year? This is I don't get mad easily, but I'm just I'm so sick of people telling me I'm not mentally capable of certain things. And and the reason there's so, and then I apparently I was too mentally stable to have a 504, right? I have a 504 now though, by the way, because I advocated for myself, because I told them I have severe eczema. My brain doesn't process things well. I can't just have people tell me information. I have brain damage, permanent severe brain damage, and you're telling me I don't qualify for a 504. I can't take loud noises, whenever people are loud during classes. I can't take distractions. I hear everyone too well. I'll be in my room, right? I'll hear my parents from the kitchen, and I hear them making jokes, and I'm just bro, it's so aggravating being all this just sucks. It sucks. And then what aggravates me the most is when I try to tell people about my problems and they're just they're oh, your life is so hard, isn't it? There's people starving. I don't have the worst problems in the world, but that doesn't change how much it affects me. It still affects me a lot. All my problems still affect me a lot, but people act like they can't affect me because worse things happen to other people. But it and even my own dad does this too. I tried telling him about just whenever I got my surgery, I was whenever I got discharged from the hospital, I should say. I was talking about how it just doesn't feel real that I went through this and all this, and like I talked about something. I don't even know if okay, my storage got full and I had to delete some things. But what I was talking about was, and my dad just like would start comparing his experiences to mine and be like, well, what happened to you isn't that bad because this happened to me when I was 24. Yeah, well, you were 24. I was 13. Like, what? Like, and I'm not saying like, you know, like that dims his experiences. His experience, I bet, still sucked. Like, obviously that still sucked. Like, anything, like, I'm a very sensitive person. I take things very serious, like, not seriously, but like, I take things to heart. Like, if you make a mean joke, yeah, I'm carrying that with me the rest of my life. And if someone's like, and if, like, so if someone makes a joke about my appearance, I'll just be like, okay, yeah, so I'm ugly the rest of my life. I'm gonna start thinking I'm ugly for the rest of my life because it just sits on my consciousness, right? So I'm not saying it dims his experiences that he was 24 going through a car accident, right? That doesn't dim his experience. I'm not saying that's what he said, but that doesn't dim his experiences. But it's ridiculous trying to dim my experiences. Do you see what I'm saying? So you could be 24 going through appendix surgery. I could be 13 going through appendix surgery. It sucked for both of us. But you saying, well, I had mine when I was 24 and it actually ruptured. Mine did too. But like, I'm trying to think of a way I can compare these better. But if you understand, you understand. Trying to compare your experiences to mine and saying, well, yours isn't that bad because of this. That's like ridiculous because it makes me feel like what I'm going through is not valid. Like, it makes me feel like I'm overreacting by like so much, but I'm just genuinely a really sensitive person, if that makes sense. Anyway, back to my schedule. So I got mythology. Should have had Spanish, by the way. I think I already talked about, I already talked about all that. Anyway, and then I talked to my counselor and he was like, well, I put down what you wrote down for your schedule when you were making it. And I said, well, I know that's not true because I didn't say that because I didn't want to be rude. I was like, I know for a fact that I didn't put mythology and I know I didn't put photography. And I know for a fact I put APs and honors because I was so excited that I was able to do actual advanced classes and challenge myself rather than be dimmed down to who they want me to be. Does that make sense? Because my entire life, I'm not even joking, my entire life, I've been told I can't do certain things because I'm not mentally capable of being able to do it. Whenever I was trying to get my 504 because of, just mentally I process things differently. I don't have any diagnosed mental neurological, I forgot the word. I don't have anything diagnosed like that. I don't have ADHD or any of that. But I'm diagnosed with severe brain damage, severe eczema, which is also stress induced, which happens when I have really loud sounds coming from everywhere. I'm really sensitive to light and I'm really sensitive to sounds, really sensitive. So, I was told, well, I don't qualify for a 504 because I'm too smart to have one. I'm too smart to qualify, right? Yeah, I've been told that. But I was also told I was too dumb to be in advanced classes and I don't qualify for those. Because, they keep trying to put me into boxes that don't match me as a person, right? Does that make sense? Because I'm really, pressed about this and I'm not doing a good job getting, whenever I get stressed or upset or really excited, I would say, I become a really fast talker, but then I stop processing things all the way in my head. So instead of processing what I want to say, I don't process that. I just spit it out, so that's also a big part of my stuttering, is I had stuttering because my brain couldn't process things quick enough with how quick I would say it, if that makes sense. So it's the same thing right now, basically. My brain can't process how quick I say things. So when I get really stressed or really happy or really excited or really nervous or really mad or frustrated or anything like that, any extreme emotions, I talk really quick and my brain just does not process it. And then I tune myself out. So then I don't even remember what I was talking about, if that makes sense. So it's a whole lot of stuff. Anyway, as I was saying. And then the open house thing I went to today, right? We were supposed to tour the school. We didn't get to tour the school because the school is under construction. That's not their fault. I'm not, like, I'm mad about it, but I'm not mad at anyone for it. It's no one's fault. I'm just, like, frustrated that I didn't get to tour the school because it's a huge, like, we have a really huge campus. Like, I'm not even joking. My campus is humongous, and I don't know where I'm going. We toured some of it, but the majority of it was under construction. So they would take us into the big open thing. There's, like, a big circle area, right? Hallway, circle area, right? And there'd be hallway that branches out to more hallways, and then the upstairs, and then all that stuff. I didn't get to see any of that. I saw this circle room, and then I saw the courtyard, and that's all. So I'm, like, terrified. And then, did I mention how pretty everyone was? Everyone's so ridiculously pretty that I'm, like, and I love when people are pretty. Like, masculine or female. Like, masculine or feminine. Or, it makes no sense. I literally make no sense. I just talk to talk. I have noise pollution. Okay, anyway. I just love when people has a pretty complexion. Like, you can have the most unique features that, you know, people might think are ugly, but if it goes together well, people might not like it. But personally, I just think certain things are so gorgeous, like male or female, obviously. But all the girls there were so freaking pretty, and I had, like, envy in my chest. I was like, dang, bro. Say goodbye to my future boyfriend, because he's probably gonna cheat on me too, like everyone else, but whatever. Anyway, so I was like, I wasn't mad at girls or boys for being really pretty, you know, because that's not their fault. I wasn't mad at girls for being pretty, because, like, you know, like, I love pretty people. I love pretty and nice people, but I was just, like, you know, I was still, like, just envious. I was like, dang, because I still have, like, a little, like, I just wish I could, like, you know, cut, like, all the fat off my face and have, like, you know. And then I wanted to wear my hair down, but then I was like, I shouldn't wear my hair down because, like, you know, I feel like I'm gonna look nicer with my hair up. But then I felt so ugly with my hair up. Like, I feel like I look the exact same, and I know I do. There's so much more that happened, and I'm like forgetting it all, and I'm kind of, like, hungry because I didn't really eat anything because I felt, like, so sick. Like, so also, I'm sorry about the, like, snapping sound. It's this. I was playing with it, but, like, I felt so sick, and I think it's because my, like, appendix surgery. It was my surgery. Whenever I woke up this morning, I felt like my incisions felt horrible, and it still feels bad. I felt bad the whole day, and if I eat too much, like, it's like how it felt whenever like, the day before I got my surgery, when I first started getting, like, pains and stuff, which I should have had pains months earlier. It was, like, a miracle. But, like, basically, I couldn't eat because every time I ate, I felt like I would throw up. And then whenever I did eat, I actually did throw up, like, 10 times, I think. And then even whenever I had nothing left in my system, I would just keep puking up my insides. So it really sucked. And then I got, like, really, really twiggish. Like, it was scary. Like, I'm, like, 97 pounds right now. But, like, back then I was, like, in the 90s. Because, like, of my, like, appendix thing, you know? This is, like, such a crazy rant. Anyway, sorry, my mom texted me. My grandma wants to see me tomorrow again. But also, like, whenever we went, some people talked to me, right? And it was only people who, like, you know, I wasn't really friends with during school. Anyway, so they talked to me only because they didn't have anyone else to talk to. But once they got to hang out with their friends, they stopped talking to me. So then I had no one to talk to, and it absolutely sucked. And I talked to people who made my life miserable because I had no one else to talk to, and I didn't want to. I felt so horrible. Like, I hated it. I felt so lonely. And then people, they would talk about stuff that, like, they would, like, start talking about stuff, okay? And then I'd be like, wait, what happened, guys? Wait, what happened? What happened? What do you mean? What do you, like, I would, like, ask them about it. I'd be like, what were you talking about? And then they would just ignore me. Like, they'd be like, and then just, like, start, like, ignoring, and they're just talking to each other about it more. And it felt like, I've gone through this my whole life, but, like, it still sucks. No matter, like, the reason, even though I've gone through it my whole life, you would think, like, oh, well, I'm gonna be, you know, pretty, you know, not as hurt by it. But the thing is, the reason it still hurts me is because I think, my dad just asked me if I was okay. Yeah. Because literally, like, every single year, I'm always like, oh, it's gonna get so much better. I'm gonna get a million times better, and my mental health won't be bad. And I'll be like, my life will get so much better. I'll actually be liked. I'll actually be talked to. I'll actually have friends I can talk to. I'll actually have, like, real people in my life actually, like, being there for me, and I won't feel alone all the time. But, like, no, like, the reason it sucks, like, it still hurt, like, the reason it hurts worse every year is just because I've gone through this since I was in pre-K, by the way. Pre-K, I've been going through, like, bullying and being left out and bullying by my own friends, too. And my own friends picking guys since pre-K, by the way. Because I remember my friends having massive crushes on this one guy from my school. So, yeah. And he bullied me, too. And so then they started being, like, making fun of me. And anyway, so, like, what was I talking about? So, like, the reason it hurts worse and worse every year is because every year I'm like, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be so much better this year. It's gonna be so much better. But then it doesn't get better. And then I'm just like, I'm gonna be in college soon. And I'm still going through this crap. Like, you know? So it's just like, it's like, just one of those things where I'm just like, I always expect it to get better, and then it doesn't get better, and then I'm just like, and it hurts more because I'm just like, how much longer will I have to go through this? Because, like, I'm gonna go to college here soon. Like, not here, like, soon, but, like, not that far away. And then, why are people replying to my reposts? This is on my TikTok account, by the way. The one, this one. Yeah, that one. People replying to my reposts. I'm just like, whoa, it scares me every single time. Anyway. And then also, a lot of people were telling me to talk to my parents, and I did. And then I also, I looked at who I have classes with. I have, like, no one new in my classes. All my classes either have, like, 2 or 3 sophomores in it, or it's people that made fun of me and bullied me last year, or were just, like, mean my entire life to me. And I'm like, I don't want to, like, go at all. This sucks. And then my mom, I was telling my mom about this because I was so mad whenever I got home. I was so mad. So I was, like, telling her about all of it. I was telling her about everything. And I told her about how I have those people in my classes. And she was like, also, by the way, in case you guys don't know, I did talk to my mom. People were telling me, talk to your mom and your dad and stuff. And I did talk to them, like, shortly after I posted that video. My 3rd video I ever posted. Shortly after that, I talked to them. They were a bit, like, drunk. But, like, still, I still talked to them. They still kind of took it in, I think. You know, you get the idea. Whew. Anyway, I think I've gotten my talking out, and I'm gonna go eat. So, bye. Love you, and my face working out. That's great.